Hello, my name is Breck Baldwin. I'm from the Brooklyn Aerodrome. And in our book, I promised to talk about the travel towel, or the Travel Flack, right here. And I said it was going to be on the website, and I lied. So I'm fixing that right now. So we're going to talk about the travel version of the airplane. So here we have it right here. This is the whole thing. And this is the one that's actually shot in the book. It's a little long in the tooth. It's had a long, interesting life. Let me just show you. So basically the key principle behind this airplane is that it folds along these lines right here. All right, and then I'll show you how to sort of fold it up and get it in the box. This whole airplane is going to fit into this box. All right, and I've taken this through TSA. It's been all over the place. It was like my prototype, and I never built another one. But it's a great box. It's made out of, I'm guessing, a 1/16 of an inch coroplast. It's really thin stuff. And it worked super duper well, I have to say. It's protected the airplane. It takes a lot of damage, a lot of abuse, but you'll get the idea. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I fold this thing up and fit it inside that box. So the airplane is a little floppier than the regular Flack. But it still flies fine. And so first thing we do is remove the stabilizers here and here. All right. And so these are the detail things that you need to know. So these stabilizers, the little slots, are really important because there's a hinge here. So I'm going to talk about that in a second. Right now, sorry, not in a second. So you'll notice that the Elvon control horns are actually quite different. These are credit cards that I've cut up and pushed through the bottom, and I'll show you the other side there. You see how that folds nicely, like that. And the hinge is on the top. The hinge has to be on the top for it to fold like this, and you'll see why that's important later. There might be a better way to do this, and please, if someone figures out a better way to do this so that I could have the hinge on the bottom, send me an email, please, please, please. So the way we get the folding done is we take this Elvon control horn, we put it away, and now we have basically the deck. This is a really old school deck. I mean, this is from back in the day. It's probably some of the first from coroplast I ever picked up to build airplanes out of. It's an old cigarette ad. And on the other side of this, there's a screw, plastic screw that I undo to loosen this up. And this could probably use a washer or a more serious setup. But I think I've built 2 or 3 travel towels. I can't remember. And then that slides out like that. So the deck now folds up. So this is a big structural form. This is basically functioning as a spar, stiffening this whole thing. And that folds up, and you pull the screw out. All right. And then what I do is I just shove it. I put another hole in there, and I shove it in there. And then I put the nut on the other side. It's got a little storage spot there. All right. And then, so now we can see how it folds. So this folds like this, all right? And then I can fold it like that. That's the idea. I'll show it to you again. So this Elvon folds into the surface with this top hinge. And then there's a hinge down here on the bottom side of this. There's nothing on the top. It folds down. And there you have half of the travel towel folded up. Interestingly, this is exactly the pattern we use for shipping our kits. This is the pattern of foam squares that you get, or triangles that you get when the kit is there. So we'll do the other side too. So remove the Elvon horn. Remove the push rod, sorry. And unscrew this nut. Yeah, this airplane's been all over the place, or this concept of an airplane. I don't think the deck has been all over the place. This can fold now like that. And you actually have to put a little cut right here too, because this horn can be a little too long, and you have to put a little cut right there so it'll actually fit. It goes like that. All right. And then we take this, pull this fold out. And there's a hole that I've put here that holds that. This is not necessarily the best place to do it. I guess you could if you wanted to. And then I put that through all the way. Like all demos, due to failure. No, there we go. And then I need to put the screw on this side because it actually won't, it's not quite long enough to go all the way through. And there we have it. That is a folded up flack ready for placement in the travel case. These little bits go here. And so the travel case, let's go look at that. Right, here's the travel case. I found some from an old backpack, I think. I've got this little strappy bit here with some zip ties holding it on. Velcro. Open it up. Open this bad boy. And there we go. And previously what I've done is I've put a 5 amp power supply here that plugs into the wall, and a charger here. It's not here right now because I'm just not, they all get used for different things, and I'm not in travel mode at this point. But then this airplane comes in, and I have a little marking here, nose, and this is where the nose is meant to go. I think like that. That's where it goes. With all that gear, it'll fit. And then I got this little Park Zone transmitter, and modified it heavily, and with a little battery pack and so on, little A123 cells down here. And it works, 2.4 gigahertz transmitter. I don't have the current right receiver on there, but this actually would fit in the pack as well. If I can wrench it around, I can't remember exactly where I put it. All right, so the rest of this, the other thing important about the case is that I put in replacement parts that I like to have. This is sort of like from the book, so the crash kit, a minimal crash kit, and I'll just keep it up to date. If anything was ever missing, I just write it in there. And then I had the instructions for the charger, because the charger that I had would throw all these codes, and I didn't know what the codes meant. So I needed to have that in the travel case as well. So take your stabilizers, put them in there, in the little spot that's just right there available. Just throw those in there someplace. And then put extra batteries in here, all kinds of stuff. There's actually a fair amount of room to put more things. A little tiny little crash kit's a good thing to have. And then sit there and Velcro it back together like this. And voila, that is a complete travel flack. It has seen a lot of travel. Anyway, thanks. And if you have any questions, just let me know.